Hey guys, this is Sid91 coming at you with my 1000th video. Yeah, or yeah, it's crazy. Woo! Oh my god, I'm finally at 1000 videos, and holy shit, I've come a long way for this last year or so. Or 2 years. Yeah, it's been 2 years since I've been recording. I hope you guys enjoyed all my Let's Plays, and I'm sorry I've been AFK for so fucking long. I just been really busy, with my lady and my girlfriend, I should say, and and I just have been busy with all this other stuff that there's no excuse. I was just downright lazy. I just didn't feel like recording, so I'm gonna do this 1000th video with a Q&A session, starting with Vlog12349, who I think he gave me the most questions out of everyone else. I think everybody else was Vlog gave me a shitload of them. So let's get started. First question: what would you do if a fat bitch had you tied down and was going to cut your dick off, and all you had was a jar of peanut butter, grape jelly, and a stick? Okay, that's kind of random. What would I do? I would take the stick. I would, let's say the fat bitch was horny. I'd take the stick and jizz on it first, and let her masturbate herself. And while she's masturbating herself, I'll take the peanut butter, and I'll mix the peanut butter and jelly together, and I'll smear it all over her, like all over her back and everything, and make it so she wants to start eating herself, and I'll make it so she'll end up eating herself because she thinks she's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. There you go. I'm sorry, Vlad, that's not the answer you're looking for. Second question: if you were ever given the chance to go into the girls' locker room, what would you do in there? If I was ever given the chance to go to the girls' locker room, I would... Well, honestly, if I was to be honest with myself, I have a girlfriend now, but if I had the chance, I would probably find the locker of, like, the hottest girl I had in my grade, take her bra, and just kind of, kind of steal it, maybe turn it into, like, a man thong or something, like put each strap around my legs and then have my nuts hanging in the breast area. Oh my god, that sounds so wrong. Or if the girl, like most girls in my school were a total bitch, I would probably add something like itching powder or something in there to make her really itchy so she embarrasses herself. And I add itching powder into her thong, because most girls in my school wore thongs, and I add that to them, and that's what I would do. Either one, you guys want to take it, I don't care. Okay, question 3. If the Predator and Chuck Norris was fighting, who would win? Okay, honestly, guys, if you don't know who Chuck Norris is, you must be living under a rock most of your life. Because Chuck Norris, as far as I've heard of, to take the shit out of almost anything. And the Predator, though he is fucking awesome, he is some type of alien life form from the outside world. But Chuck Norris, he finds Waldo, and where's Waldo? Come on, seriously. No one can find Waldo. Only Chuck Norris can. And of course, there wouldn't be a fight. There would be no fight between the Predator and Chuck Norris. The fight would be looking for Chuck Norris. And the Predator just happened to be there as a bystander and felt like hopping into it. Okay, question 4. If you had the power to change yourself in any ways, what would it be? I would make myself super buff. I would add this really big ass afro type mohawk. And I would have it dyed green on top, and then go down to black on the bottom, or blue on the bottom. And I would I'd give myself increase my height a little bit, so I'm like 7 foot or something, and make it so I take the shit out of everything. That's how I would change myself. Question 5: if you were stuck in jail and all you had was a dildo, how would you escape? I would find the nearest gay jailmate. I'd find the nearest gay jailmate, bait it to him, and he happens to be a really good at digging holes. I'd give him the dildo, and then while he's using the dildo, he takes the dildo, and then he ends up digging a hole into my cell. I go into his cell, and the top sees me in his cell, so freaks out, opens the door, and then I'll won't pay, but I'll tell the guy to steal the dildo to attack the top and rape him with it. That way I can steal his keys done and make my escape. Okay, 6. And finally, what would you do if the world was going to end and you knew it? Okay, this is hard. If the world was going to end and I knew it, I would do really stupid things. Well, first of all, I probably would pray a lot because I'm religious. So I would be praying a lot and ask God to watch over me and my family and whatnot, and my girlfriend and her family and my friends and their families. And I would do something really miraculous. I would find, I'd either A, tell my girlfriend that I'm gonna walk to her if I had to, or B, if I couldn't find her, tell her I'm sorry. I want to find the first girl that I thought was really, really hot and asked out and rejected me. I'm just gonna holler her over and kiss her like no tomorrow, and then I'm just gonna throw her into the ditch, kind of flip her off, and then throw up in the next alleyway because I felt like I just swallowed herpes. But of course, I would never do that in real life because I'm with my girlfriend, and I would never do that to hurt her. So that's out of the question. But I probably would do that if I knew the world was gonna end. If you were struck with, this is a poor choice of words. If you were struck retarded, if you were struck mentally challenged, as I say, what would you do? And it's for one day only, and you get away with that. I would honestly rob a bank. Because if I got away with it, they thought that I had mental problems, and I would plead insanity. I would go steal I wouldn't do grand theft larceny, where I deserve years and years of jail. I would probably steal maybe $30 or $40 from just so I can go buy a cheap game or something and come back home. Okay, the next question. If you only had, this is still from Law 12349, by the way. If you only had some hot sauce and butter and 2 strippers, how would you please them? First of all, again, I'm with my girlfriend, so if you're watching this on, don't take this personally, or don't take the last one personally about me kissing the first hottest girl I asked out. I wouldn't do any of it, but it says if you only had some hot sauce and butter and 2 strippers, how would you please them? I would take the butter and I would smear it all over myself in that one area, and then right before they got ready to lick that area, I'd throw hot sauce in her eye. Because I came to knowing what I'm about to do, and I'm gonna hurt my girlfriend doing this. So I throw hot sauce in her eye, wipe the butter off, and then when their eyes start to open, I'd whip the butter in their eyes. That's what I would do. That's not really pleasing them, but yeah. If Bruce Lee and the Minecraft guy were fighting, who the hell would win? If Bruce Lee and the Minecraft guy. Well, Bruce Lee could flip like a fucking champ. I mean, he can jump and backflip and kick and do all this other shit. The Minecraft guy, though, he has an advantage to building things. He knows how to build things out of almost anything. And as long as if he just gets a bunch of blocks of obsidian and climbs high enough, and climbs up to 100 feet or so, I'm pretty sure that Bruce Lee won't be able to get up there. And I'm about to help Chuck Norris. So I would say the Minecraft guy would win. And it also depends on what territory it is. If it's in the Minecraft area, Minecraft guy would win because he can build things. If it's in a dojo with Bruce Lee would take the shit out of him. I'm sorry, Vlon, but he won. Have you ever heard of ReZero Vampire anime manga? If not, watch it or read it now. That's not really a question, that's a command, and no, I will not, because I'm not into anime that much. If you were butt-ass naked and stranded on an island and all you had was a big book filled with ways to live on an island and you had 3 hookers of your choice, what would you do? Oh my god. Again, before I probably would have answered with the hookers, but I'm with my girlfriend and I don't want to say anything like that. But if I was butt-ass naked and I was stranded on an island, I would take the book, I would tell the hookers don't do my bidding, I'd tell them to find the food, find the wood, find the heat, find, flint, and, kill animals for me. And while they're doing that, I'll be sitting in a hammock made of grass and twine, and drinking some coconut milk through a bamboo straw that I made out of with a rock and a piece of bamboo, and then I'd be reading the book on how to survive and pretty much check off the list of everything they're doing. So basically, they would be like my slaves, you could say. If you were, I totally skipped that question. I didn't know about that. If someone had a gun to your head and you couldn't hurt them, how would you get away using only your mama jokes? And that's what she said puns. I have no idea. I would say I would take the that's what she said jokes, and whenever he would say something like I'm gonna blow your brains out, I'm gonna say that's what she said. And then when he says something like that, I swear to God, I'll pull this trigger and send your mind out of frenzy. And I'll say, that's what she said. And then right before he starts laughing, I'll say, your mama's so fat that when she stood up, I thought I had a solar eclipse. And then right then he starts getting pissed. I was kind of like, I would kind of just, keep rolling up the your mama jokes, probably because I'm not really good at rolling up jokes on cue. But I would probably do that. And I know it sounds lame, but that's what I would do. If you could turn your dick into any type of candy, what would it be? This is really gross. Dude, you were getting really too far into this. If I could turn into any type of candy, it would either be a Snickers, or it would be Snickers or a big sour W worm. If you had won the lottery for $500,000, what would you do with that $500,000? First off, I would probably, pay off my college, because I'd pay them off. I'd go pretty much, I'd probably split some, I'd probably take some, so I'd go, fly to my, girlfriend, see her in real life, maybe move out to her, and kind of finish college over there with her. And then I'd take a good portion and I'd donate it to charity, because I always promised myself if I ever was that rich, I would donate it to charity. And, I would pay to publish my own books. That's what I would do. And I would also send some to my family. If you had the ability to turn yourself into any celebrity, who would you turn it to? If I had the ability to turn myself into any celebrity, well, that depends if it's only male or female. If it's male, I would turn into either Jim Carrey or Adam Sandler. If you asked sex change female, I would say either Britney Spears, because she's kinky as hell. And, come on, she's still pretty hot. And, or someone younger, maybe, so it would be Adam Sandler, Jim Carrey for a guy, Britney Spears, or either Lady Gaga or Katy Perry for the girl. If I was allowed to do such change. If you had the ability to turn yourself into, okay, I already did that. If you saw Lady Gaga, Justin Bieber, Miley Cyrus, and Britney Spears, they spelled Britney wrong, by the way, all in the same room, and all you had to kill them with was a rusty spoon and an Italian breadstick, how would you kill them? First off, I liked Lady Gaga, and Britney Spears has a few good songs, so I probably would kill them. I would bait Justin Bieber with the breadstick. No, I'd bait Miley with the breadstick and see if she does, masturbate herself with it. And then and while she's doing that, I would take the spoon, stab it through the back of Justin Bieber's neck, and then I would go and kind of probably, and I'd probably, Miley, I don't know. I mean, I don't know about the masturbating thing either. Well, that would be just a distractor, but if she was doing that, I'd probably just add poison to the breadstick or something, and so she ends up killing herself. I mean, hundreds of dead if you're watching this. I'm not doing this to hurt you in any way. It's just, I'm not a big fan of Miley Cyrus. You're a hobo and all you have is a ball of shit, see peanut butter, and $50. What would you do? I would cover the ball of shit. I would cover the ball of shit. Tell a random kid that it was a peanut butter ball. Send them under like a peanut butter covered chocolate ball. Not a little kid, because a little kid would believe that. And that's kind of hurting him. In the past, I might would have, but now that I've been with my girlfriend, she's kind of made me see the error of my ways, the way I used to think in my past. And, you know, I'm totally sorry about thinking anyway in that way, but if nowadays, since, you know, now my girlfriend's taught me about that, if it was a kid that was about teenage, like mid-teens on up, I would cover the shit in peanut butter, mask the smell and stuff, tell the kid that it was actually a peanut butter covered chocolate ball that I just got from the store. And then I would, and before that, I would take the $50, wash myself up, get my hair cut so it looked like I was all nice and clean, and then give the ball to them so they thought I was just some random business salesman. That's what I would do. If you could pick, dude, you have a shitload of questions. If you could pick any kind of hooker by race, gender, or anything, what would it be? Well, if I had any hooker, it wouldn't matter what race, gender, or anything, as long as I didn't have AIDS or any STD. But again, I'm with my girlfriend, so I wouldn't be looking for that. Have you thought about doing the Borderlands playthrough with me? Maybe. I've never played Borderlands. I've heard of it. If I ever bought the game, but I ever played it on here, then probably. Would you ever lick whipped cream off a stripper's wet thong? That's disgusting. Maybe in the past, if I was given a chance, yes. But now I'm with my girlfriend, no. If you could be a prostitute, what kind of prostitute would you be? I would be a mom prostitute. If you could have any size tits, how big would they be? I don't want them hanging down to your ankles. I don't like girls that have breasts so fucking big that they weigh them down and they make them have to bend over and they touch their knees and it's fucking gross. You know, maybe B's or C's. I'm not going any bigger than that. If you had yourself only at Tatana and were surrounded by straights, what would you do? Straights would be the mobs in Killing Floor. And Tatana is a really powerful melee weapon, if anyone doesn't know. If you had only a straight, I would so totally pull off the impossible. I would start spinning like a vortex, holding the blade out, and just start chopping the straight's heads off. And then I have one last straight standing behind me. I do like a bomb-ass like pose where my hand and left knee are on the ground, I'm looking up, forward, and my arm is facing backwards holding the katana. I would so, the katana was still facing forward, I would so flip the katana around and throw it backwards, put it through the straight's head that's behind me. And then I'd just kind of say something like, "You're lucky Chuck Norris didn't come here and kick your ass." Or something bootleg like that, and just walk away, and maybe fart on my way out. How would you survive if there was a zombie apocalypse? I would... if there's a zombie apocalypse, I would, I don't think I'd be able to. Well, I probably would. I'd be able to just go to stores and just loot everything that was in there. Like loot a whole bunch of generators so I have electricity. I would buy all the necessities, and whenever a zombie would come up to me, I'd just hit him with a baseball bat or something. I just survived pretty well. I was gonna say sacrifice the children, but that's mean. I wouldn't sacrifice anybody. If it came down to anything, I probably would sacrifice myself. But I think I would survive in a zombie apocalypse pretty well. Have you ever watched the movie Black to the Future? No. Back to the Future, if so, what do you think of it? No, I haven't, and I don't know. Okay, so that's a lot of questions over with. On to DeLorean 99947. He or she only has one question. What are you majoring in, and what college do you go to? Okay. In the past, recently I withdrew from college because I could not afford to go to and from college from the place I live in, because I live about a good hour... I live a good hour away from my house, from my college, and at the time I was majoring in new media, which goes into video game designing, and at the moment I don't feel the inspiration to do new media anymore, and I've actually been really thinking about joining the criminal justice so I can be a police cop, maybe work in the jails or something, be like an officer or something. That'd be fucking awesome. It's not exactly what I want to do yet. It's just a fail-safe if I can't think of anything else interesting to do, or if I don't get my interest back from my gaming. So yeah, if it's really going to be this, I might be majoring in criminal justice or to be a cop. top. There we go. And what college did you go to? I go to TC3. Top means Cortland Community College. That's my college. Okay. No, hold up. Oh crap! You know what? I think I did that wrong. Yes, I did. Excuse me. Sorry, DeLorean. DeLorean asked, "Have you watched the movie Back to the Future?" Not Juan. Jomo451 asked, "What are you majoring in?" Sorry about that, guys. Okay, these next 10 questions are from Fuseful. If you were stranded on a desert island for a month and 5 items, food, weapons, etc., what would you take to survive? What 5 items would you take to survive? I would bring a couple new machetes, maybe a small sharpener to keep the machete sharp. That would be 2, 3. I would bring a whole shit ton of water, water, soda, stuff like that, or juice. And then I would also bring for food. I wouldn't bring food because I could probably find food there, but I would probably bring a brand new laptop and unlimited wireless, so I can keep playing and stuff on my computer. That's what I would do. Do you ever consider doing the rest of the Hitman series into LPs? Yes, I would love to do some more of the Hitman series, because I've already finished Blood Money, and I was about 2 or 3 missions into the Hitman contracts, but I had to stop because my computer, for some reason, does not allow internet anymore. Sorry, I was getting right. It doesn't allow internet anymore. So if I didn't actually get to recording, I might record finish the rest of the Hitman contracts, and if I can get Wii or a GameCube into my room, I'll do Hitman 2, if that doesn't freeze on me a lot. So yes, I plan on it, but if I can't, then sorry. How did you get started doing LPs? I started getting into LPs about over 2 years ago. When I first joined, I was really bored one summer day, and I didn't know what to do. So I went on YouTube and I started typing in Resident Evil 4 walkthrough because I wanted to see what would happen. And then I found Nintendo Central. He goes by the username Milkwad now. I got into watching this Resident Evil 4 walkthrough, and it made me laugh so much. And this is before I found Vash. I didn't even know Vash existed at this point. And yeah, and I know that's saying something. Oh my God, you don't know who Vash is? And no, at the time I didn't. And then and I had to say, the one main reason that really got me into Let's Play was watching Vash. When I found Vash's Resident Evil 4 walkthrough, this is his, I think this was his second ever walkthrough. He had, what was it? He had the, Bouncer. He had Bouncer walkthrough before Resident Evil 4. And I watched Bouncer after Resident Evil 4. But, I subscribed to him a while ago, I think way before he had, 20,000 or 50,000 and all that. So I subscribed to him over 2 years ago, and Vash 1234.9 is literally what got me into wanting to do Let's Plays, and I thank him a lot. I thank him a lot for getting me into it, because I'm glad I got this far. And he helped me a lot too, because he's, the shout out that pretty much shot subscribers, right at me. That's fucking awesome. So yeah, Vash 1234.9 is the reason why I started Let's Playing. There is other Let's Players, but Vash was the main reason, because he's fucking hilarious. I try to be, but Okay, what's your favorite beverage? Number 4. My favorite beverage, if I did pick a favorite all-time beverage type, it would have to be soda. Because, if I go too long without sugar in general, I'll start freaking out. But, I remember one time I used to drink cola for avidly every single night, like I do normally. And I went 1 week without it, and I started fucking flipping out. I was almost going off the walls. So, because I'm addicted to that shit. But my favorite type of soda would be Pepsi. It used to be